Hey G Squad, welcome back to Soto. Is it worth it? So today's episode, we got this cool image right here, and basically what these are some cordless stick vacuum. If you see for the one that we got right here, we do have two different boxes. One of them is a W100 and the other one is W200. But basically the thing that's included inside is actually very similar. They do provide guys the same kind of tool and the same kind of wall mount. But when you guys look at the filter that's inside, it's slightly different. This one right here is for W100 and this one right here is a W200. But for both of them, it does allow you guys to actually wash it and it is reusable. But if you guys can see from the packaging, it basically looks the same thing. It's actually very compact and very minimal, which is pretty cool. So I already have the vacuum all set up. Let me actually bring it over and move this table to show you guys what both of them looks like. So right here is basically what both of them looks like. So this blue one that we have right here is the W200, and this red one that we have right here is the W100. So when you guys put it side by side, you can see it's actually very similar. But for the W200, for the battery compartment, it's built in. There's no option for you guys to take it out. Where for the W100, it does give you guys the option to take it out. So right here. So that way you can take this part out to recharge it if you guys want to. And that way you guys are not forced to just plug it in directly onto the product, but you do have the option available. And top part right here is the display screen. So it always show you guys the interior light. And then for the W200, it does show you guys the battery percentage that's on here, which is pretty nice. So having that option is actually pretty convenient. So that way you see how much battery is left. Whereas the other one is a little bit harder to see how much battery is left. But the way how they designed the dustbin is actually very similar. You do have the button right here for you have to release it to take it out. Or you can push this button right here to actually take it out as well. So just like this, if you guys push it open, that will open up the bin. If you guys want to take out this part right here, you basically want to push this button and turn it. And that way you can take this part out to wash it and rinse it if you guys do need to. And the same thing applies to the other one. If you guys push this button right here, that will open up the dustbin. And if you guys push this button and turn it, you do have the option to take it out as well. And if you guys notice for this part right here, it does have extension option. So right now the product is fully extended. But if you guys push on it and push it back in, you do have the option to make it shorter if you guys want to, which is basically the same as this one. If you guys push on the button, you guys can bring it back in to make it shorter. And when you guys compare the bottom, it's basically a similar design. They do have the brush option, the roller wheel option, and everything else. And for both of these, they do give you guys a little button on the side for you guys to actually open it, to take out the brush to clean it if you guys do want to. And for the front part right there, you see we do have the LED light. So that way when you guys are vacuuming at night, you guys can see everything out of vacuuming. And for both of these vacuum, you do have the option to move it forward and backward, and left and right. So that way you can use it in hard to reach places. And for both of these in the back, they do have the little hole for you guys to mount it on the wall, using an accessory for you guys to mount it if you guys want to. And right here is basically what the button control looks like. So it's actually very similar. One button for you guys to turn it on, and one button for you guys to increase or lower the speed. But that is basically what both of them looks like. Let me turn on both of them to show you guys what it sounds like. So let's turn on the W100 first. So this is on low. Now let's turn on the W200. So as in here, when you guys do turn it on, the W200 is slightly louder, so it's probably more powerful in that one as well. If you guys notice when you guys do turn it on, you can definitely see the LED light in the bottom. But now let's turn on high to show you guys what it sounds like. And now for this one. If you guys in here, it's about the same. And in terms of the battery life for both of these, when you guys do use in the lowest setting, you can get around 35 minutes of usage. But when you turn on high, then you get around 20 minutes of usage. And they do mention charging time for the actual product. It will take roughly around 2 to 3 hours to fully charge it from 0 to 100. But that is basically everything that's on the product. Now let's try to use both of them to show you guys how well it works. So I'll use both of them side by side. So definitely when you guys use the product, it definitely does work. And the suction power on here is actually really powerful. So when it comes to the question of which one's more worth it between both of these, I do feel like the W100 is much more worth it if you guys do want the removable battery option. Whereas if you guys want the more powerful option, I do feel like the W200 is more powerful, but does not give you guys the removable battery option. And also another thing that I do want to mention is the fact that the way how to design it, it doesn't have a self-standing option. So when you have to put this product on one side, you do want to lean it against the wall or you mount it onto the wall. So at the end of the day, it just depends on what you guys prefer. For me personally, I do prefer the removable battery option. Even though this one is more powerful, having that option is really convenient, so that way you guys can just put this down on the ground and take out the battery and charge it separately if you guys want to. Whereas with this one, you guys are just stuck to charge it like this. But regardless of which one I get, both of them are pretty worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.